awesome. This thing probably hasn't ran in 20 years or more. Hi everybody! Okay, against popular demand, I'm gonna work on the trike again today. I certainly do have plans for that M8, as well as the clutches I've got partially apart over here. I've got all sorts of spare parts. I haven't forgot about that sled. I just want to get this one rolling, this trike rolling, because if there's gonna be some trike camping, I need a trike. We will have to work on the other one too that's back there, because that one, I'm gonna guess, needs a carb clean. And hey, guess what we're doing today? Trike fuel system. So the other day we were able to determine that we have compression, spark, timing. The only thing that we are missing is fuel. So we're gonna get the fuel to this thing today and see if it'll just sit there and idle, even though, and then we'll deal with all the other freaking problems that it has, like the axle, the seized wet brake, which I'm hoping what it is. We'll weld up a couple things. Let's just get into it. Let's see what the fuel system looks like, because we should be able to get this thing running today. As long as nothing needs replacing. A couple of tips for you. If you're going to be doing the fuel system, like a carb clean, start at the top. So we're going to start with this beat up old gas tank, and I can hear some grit moving around in there with whatever kind of old fuel this is. Start the fuel tank since it's already off, and first thing we're going to do, look in there. That is not exactly what we want to see. This one is actually a lot better than that other one we did last year. That other one had a lot of rust on it. This one is actually, it sounds really gritty is the only thing. Oh, it sounds like there's sand in there. Oh yeah, doesn't look great. This the fuel we take out of here is going to be like rust colored. Alright, you're going to love this. It doesn't look good, but it's a lot better than the last one we did. Oh, there you go. Look at that. There's some good looking fuel for you. And there's what was at the bottom. I have a feeling this one's all bunged up. Not too bad. To flush this with some air. Beer cans. Looking good. And next we will be taking out the carb. Here's our fuel line. It doesn't look that bad. It's a little rigid, but still got some bendiness left in her here. So carb is right here. You can't really see it. So we have to get the air box off and have a look at the intake there. It's probably, I'd be surprised if we did not find a mouse nest in there. Hey, not bad. Way better than what I had expected. That's good. It's dirty, but it's intact. The other one was really bad. Let's go over everything and see what we got here. By far, not the worst carb I've ever seen. So we have a number of things here, and this is the bowl of the carb. It's definitely got some grit and stuff in it, but by far not the worst I've ever seen. It's a little bit of work and we'll have that cleaned out. The floats as well as the needle valve, which is still attached. I'm just going to leave that on there. I don't like touching these or cleaning them at all, just because fuel these days, that's a tiny little dark looking needle there, because fuel these days is a lot more I guess corrosive to these old carb parts, so I don't even like touching that, because often it will start to leak as soon as you clean it. So I'm not even going to touch it. I'm going to wipe the bowl, or the float rather, and that will be that. I'm not even going to touch that part. Here we got the jet guard, just a piece of plastic that guards the jets. A pin for the bowl, clean that up too. This is the jet holder. We have to check if we can see through all these really tiny little orifices in there. We will be giving all of them a clean. This is our main jet, which has partial blockage. I know there's almost no way for you to tell because it's so small. Partial blockage in that one I can see. Here is our pilot jet. This is for the starting and the idling circuit. And that one is completely blocked, so that's why we would have no starting. This is our air fuel screw. So I counted the number of turns, because this actually has to be in a certain amount of turns with this spring to get the mixture of your air fuel right. So we will be cleaning up all of this, and we will be shoving it back into the carb body, which is in good shape. This is our idle adjustment. I just made sure it worked. I didn't actually take it off. But yeah, everything here is looking pretty good. Alright, I might as well show you the slide here too. I'm gonna give it a clean. Nothing much going wrong in here. We just want to make sure this needle is nice and clean, which it is, and we want to make sure that there's no scoring on the slide, which there is not. Our throttle cable is definitely a little stiff, so we will probably be looking at doing one of those, but we got to make sure this thing runs first. So I'm gonna clean up that carb. We'll pop it back in, and we'll see if we can't get it running. What do they call that? The not the Swedish tune-up. What is it called? When you just, what's that called? Not sweet. Norwegian tune-up? We'll call it the Newfie tune-up. Let's give this thing the Newfie tune-up real quick. Awesome. This thing probably hasn't ran in 20 years or more. Alright, thanks everybody for watching today's video. I know it's not sledding, but hey, it's something to watch while you're cooped up at home hiding from COVID. I want to thank all the Patreon supporters for helping out the channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Next time we will be going down into the rear diff, and we're going to be seeing why it's all seized up, because we were actually able to find neutral that time. So now that it's running, let's make it move. Thanks everybody for watching. All sorts of links down in the description below, and we'll see you really soon. Bye everybody.
There you go.
I'm having fun.
Yeah. How much shorter are you from your spine being compressed?
Well,
You're 5 feet now.
you get used to there's no suspension, but after you're used to that,
Yeah.
you don't take her up the Ruby Creek Trail or nothing like that.
Oh boy.